Soon the whole thing is going to give out in the EU. That's what it is. I just got a feeling everything's got to get really bad before it gets better. And the EU is not going to just, and it steered itself from the precipice. No, that's not, it can't do that. I'm calling it that no, the EU is cooked. And this is kind of the first, we're going to see these reactions by all these various speakers and thinkers, and it's just going to get more gay and lame. And yeah. So YouTube, Alphabet, Google have bent the knee. Biden made us do it. Very, very, very smart. Good call. Very good call. Biden made us do it. There was nothing I could do. He came in and he had these guys. It was as big as mountains. They said, "You're going to do what I tell you." I said, "Okay, but who, what, where?" They said, "We'll tell you when we tell you." And that's what happened. It's, we're going to make sure you're going to hire some of our guys. Now, really, that's what the deal is. That's what the deal is. I mean, we know this. This is a known. We know through LinkedIn that a bunch of people who are former Biden appointees and people who worked at the top levels of mostly like the FBI, when they left Obama, they ended up at all the major tech firms, all the major social media firms. And that's where they started ginning up BLM as a hashtag campaign. They were the ones who probably enabled the hashtag campaigning to even become a thing. And so I just wanted to just make sure that this was understood, like in a sense of, you're going to see at some point some disclosure of this. It's probably going to be like a national security disclosure or something like that. Because of that it falls in that realm. So because and diplomacy and stuff like that. Because there was other things that people saw around the world, and so dissident media, circa YouTube 2012, 2013, 2014, toward the end of the Obama administration, was really abuzz with all of the stuff that the Obama administration was getting up to, but framing it kind of like, the Pentagon is out of control, doing all these things, like the president doesn't know. Only to find out that when Trump tried to stop a lot of foreign diplomacy issues and international stuff that he did that none of us wanted, it would just get magically snuffed out, or it would stop. There would be, somebody had to deliver a paper, to and from around the world a couple of times before they could make that happen. And so, oh darn, how did we not have that happen? Procedure as the punishment. I really had to get into this thing of, with YouTube now admitting this, Operation Arctic Frost, of then the Biden administration going after over 90 organizations that were fundamentally just right-wing. We know that the Biden administration actually put people on lists for buying things, probably like the book Christian Nationalism. Definitely, I would bet even money on, you got put on a list. If you bought Alexander Dugin's books, you were probably put on a list by the Biden administration. That one I'm willing to, I don't bet money ever. That one I'm willing to bet money on. That I think would be a solid wager. And so this is just that kind of thing now that, no, you guys, all of you who now are even the Democrats, your party engaged in behavior easily in line with the fundamental concepts of a fascist party. Your ideas are the totality of all moral and ethical good ideas. People who sway from them must be in some way persuaded through punishment via the process. Whatever process it is they're going through, you're going to do something that's going to make it a little too difficult for them, and eventually they'll change their mind. That's what because they'll change their mind, because you see, they kept running into rioters. They kept running into angry black people who would try to kill them. They would, and so now you don't have the process. You don't have as much control of the process as you did before, and it's killing you guys. You're literally losing it every day, and it's magnificent. But now there's no longer this kind of there's not even a basis for it now. It's like at some point now it's like, okay, so are you like the Cheka, or are you like the KGB, or are you like the Gestapo? Like which? That's where you guys are at on the left now. By proof positive, we know you were doing this now, and that it's not like, oh, Trump is doing these. No, we got you. And so there's no longer this argument anymore about the morality of it. Don Lemon he's already on the next level. Don Lemon saw it, because fellows like Don Lemon have to always have this one and have this Derringer tucked away someplace. And oh, but you see, the way I learned about the Savior is, it's like, no, Don Lemon, fucking save it. No, nobody's hearing it. Nobody's fucking hearing it. You lost. Applesauce, here's a spoon. Fuck you, Don. I love it. It's just over. He's going to be, with the way that Jesus would be on our side of things, because we accept any behavior of anyone, no matter what they do. There's forgiveness, and no. No, let the person harmed, this ancient Mediterranean, the ancient world. This idea of forgiveness, key to it is, I have forgiven the debt you owe me. You owe me a debt. That is what the concept, when you commit an injustice against somebody, a key thing that occurred in the civilized Mediterranean world throughout many parts of it, and you can even hear it in a wide variety of works, such as the actual translation of the Our Father. It's with the what's it called? Aramaic church's way of putting it is that they solidly communicated as, I forgive debts as I would forgive my debtors, and forgive my debts as I would forgive my debtors, or the other way around. But then, say, The Godfather has that ritual closing of a meeting. We have no debts, and so that's, and then anybody who's used to, say, the tradition of Germanic peoples, this actually was communicated by somebody who was talking about, really, the best stuff we know about in writing is debt. We know about who owed who what, and for what reason. And so with Germanic people, it was blood geld. If, in case you something happened and like your son was killed, there would have to be some kind of blood guilt given because of the bloodshed. I think there's even lines of Leviticus that get into how you must compensate somebody for various forms of injuries, and that's the standard. I mean, that's definitely how the Talmud is fundamentally constructed. But that's why it's like all these things that the fucking socialists base things on, it's all garbage. The oldest things we know about people is kind of these things having to do with spirituality, who is in power, and then money. A lot of economic stuff. And it's just considered boring. So nobody's ever told that that's like this huge amount of, but this person had this much salt and they delivered it to here. And, things like that, like tablets just full of these big clay tablets full of this fucking information. I thought that was hilarious. I'm kind of blown away. This Google and Alphabet and YouTube, I didn't know how far they had gone in what they had said. This is pretty dope. This vindication. I love being right. I love being right. And this level of vindication is just like intoxicating. It's just powerful. It pumps me full of energy. It's just big sipping the Energon cube. Feel like a Constructicon sipping on Energon. All right, or Soundwave. There we go, Soundwave. Really, I don't know, Soundwave or Shockwave. I thought Soundwave and Shockwave were always really dope. Put it in the comments. Who did you think was a more dope character? Soundwave or Shockwave? And I know some of you guys are actual lore heads, so you'd actually know like even more about these characters than I would. But which one were you? Did you think was dope as fuck? All right, talk to you guys later. Peace.